AVIE'S Flatter sat atop the Queen's Plate Winter Book rankings on the strength of back-to-back wins in the Cup and Saucer and Coronation Futurity. He kicked off 2019 with a spirited stretch run at Keeneland, Transylvania Stakes. The Ivan Delos homebred looks to become the first colt in 44 years to capture the Coronation Queen's Plate Double. The Samson Farm Charge Desert Ride is 3 for 4 lifetime, all in 2019 as a 3-year-old. The lone filly in this year's Gallop for the Guineas maintains a better late than second approach, and it's proved triumphant with back-to-back wins at Keeneland and her most recent run a momentous outside stride at the Woodbine Oaks. Bred by the Jim Dandy stable of Ontario, Federal Law began his career in the UK before calling Canada home in the fall of 2018. More than enough time to get on the Queen's Plate path. He posted second-place finishes in the November Coronation Futurity and most recently in the Plate Trial. Prior to that, he won the Queenston Stakes on May 19th. He's a Macho Man. The Josie Carroll-trained, lightly raced son of Mucho Macho Man is 2 for 3 lifetime. He broke his maiden at first asking back in December and is coming off a determined drive for the win in a recent allowance event. Indeed, the Discola Boys stable are looking for a little of that late kick bravado in the Canadian Classic this Saturday. Trainer Kevin Attard and his team are hoping Jammin' Still can bring down the house in this Saturday's 160th running of the Queen's Plate. A troubled start may have contributed to a 7th place finish in the Plate Trial. Before that, he displayed a good late run for second to fellow combatant He's a Macho Man. Krakenwagon is trained by Angus Buntain. He was victorious in his first race, and though the chestnut gelding shows some perseverance, he hasn't seen the winner's circle of late. He was right there for third in a blanket finish on May 20th and an earnest 5th in the Plate Trial 3 weeks ago. Owned by Laurie Cirillo and Kelly Waxman, Lucas and Laurie looks to give Kevin Attard his first Queen's Plate trophy. Bred by Silver Springs Stud LLC and Gary Parr, Lucas and Laurie will enter the gate on Saturday, the win and 2 seconds from 7 lifetime starts. He broke his maiden decidedly back on November 30th of last year. Moon Swings will take aim at the 1.25 mile distance this Saturday, looking to become the first maiden to canter back to the red carpet since Scatter the Gold in 2000. The Zealy Racing stable entry has shown some fight, posting 3rd and 4th place finishes against his plate rivals dating back to last October. One bad boy has answered the call, making the trip east from California with a Canadian passport and a 1-2-1 record in his 4 lifetime starts. The Richard Baltus trainee broke his maiden on April 6th at Santa Anita and was a game second in the Alcatraz Stakes at Golden Gate in his last start. Pay for Peace will battle in Canada's premier event with 2 lifetime wins on his docket, a maiden-breaking score last November, and the all-important Queen's Plate dress rehearsal just 3 weeks ago. And if it's all the same to his connections, that result would indeed be the live performance this Saturday. Trainer Mike DiPaolo's maiden, Rising Star, is seeking the brightest moment of his career. He is a son of Ghost Sapper, who also sired 2 recent Queen's Plate champions, Shaman Ghost and Holy Helena. He found a seam up the rail in the Plate Trial for a very game, late closing 3rd place finish in the Plate Trial Stakes. If SKYWIRE, winner of the 2019 Wando Stakes, could emerge victorious on June 29th, it would give the dominant and dynastic Mark Casse Racing Enterprise their third Queen's Plate title in 6 years. In his most recent action, SKYWIRE raced well for second in the Marine Stakes against a very talented rival in Global Axis, who he got the better of in the Wando. The Grey Roan gelding, suited connected, broke his maiden back on a snow-skirted November afternoon. Trainer Robert Barnett and connections have reason for some optimism off that performance, where the likely long shot this Saturday would simply not be denied, displaying a relentless will for the wire. The Sean Fitzhenry Ontario-bred Tonebroke is well-traveled. He left the U.S. in the new year for the Desert Palms of the UAE at Meydan Racecourse. He took a tough shave along the rail, which thwarted any shot he may have had in the Albastacaya. He then returned to Pimlico for a steady second in the Sir Barton Stakes.